I think one thing that really, really annoys me within luxury retail is when sales professionals think that someone is not worthy their brand or cannot afford their brand. Basically, they are making assumptions and judging people by their looks, by their appearance. And I can't emphasize this enough, but this is probably the most stupid thing I've ever seen in retail, like in sales in general, well, in life in general, but especially within retail. This is ridiculous. So people have an attitude because they work somewhere, and they would judge people for walking in but not being appropriately dressed or not wearing a Rolex or anything. And sometimes sales professionals would even give you this look like this, and then wouldn't even bother asking you, or wouldn't, say a warm welcome or anything. And I would say, if you want to make a real difference to customer service, you're gonna stop this behavior, and you give everyone the fair chance to ask them what they want. Be friendly with everyone. Do not make assumptions for about your customer, or for the customer, what they can afford and what they can't. See, even if someone cannot afford the jewelry you're gonna offer, they might still buy it, because for them it might be their dream to be able to give their fiance this diamond ring. So I'm not talking about, obviously, if someone is really dodgy and is sneaking around, and yes, you have to obviously be somewhat aware of security, right? But pretty often it's not people who look wealthy or anything who are wealthy, and the other way around. So this whole thing about making assumptions about a person based on looks, that's just so wrong. It's just so odd. I don't know if you have ever seen a picture of the really wealthy people, who are worthy billions, and they rarely ever wear stuff with big brand logos on their sweaters or whatever, right? So they would pretty often look like the guy next door without, having too fancy diamond earrings or anything. I'm not saying that rich people do not buy diamond earrings, not at all. This would be also totally wrong, but pretty often you can't tell massive success with someone based on appearance. Just have a look at Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg or whoever, who would even wear the same outfit day in, day out, because it's convenient, the choice they make. So yeah, do not judge a book by its cover. Just don't make any assumptions based on appearance. In fact, some of the biggest sales I made in jewelry sales is people who walked into the door and were totally ignored by some of my colleagues, and I approached them, and they would have just bought pieces of jewelry from a couple of £1,000 right away. It's do not judge them. Just do not judge a book by its cover. And also this whole attitude, having an attitude about working in jewelry and fine jewelry and being surrounded by beautiful goods. Yes, that's great. Still, why would you have an attitude of judging people on who's worthy your welcome and who's not? Your role is in this moment to be the representative of the brand, but also it's about your very own reputation. No one takes a harm from being kind to other people. So this is totally something that I can't not relate to within luxury retail. And based on most of the locations, luxury retail locations, the shops, how their shops looks, etc. Obviously it's luxury and they are special, yes, but still a lot of people would feel uncomfortable walking in. So it starts really with, for example, how you enter the shop. Is the security person friendly? Are they greeting? Are they smiling? Are they saying maybe welcome? Or are they being grumpy, and does it keep going on when you even move around from the shelter or whatever when someone walks in? So it's really about this feel, and luxury does feel good. Luxury is positive. And obviously, yes, I know that luxury pretty often is very exclusive, but exclusive does not mean we exclude people, right? And so, yeah, to just wrap this up, because I think I've been going on about this enough, but yeah, just do not make any assumptions based on looks. And also, we're going to cover this in another lecture, but it's not for you to tell the client or assume that they've bought enough or anything. Your job is to ask them what they want and help them find the right piece for them, and it might be a couple of pieces. I know pretty often we stop selling if someone already bought a pair of diamond earrings, but maybe they want to have a company with a necklace and a diamond ring. You know, this happens. I'm talking about real life examples here. And the customer, you know, was happy to keep going and to purchase even more. And the sales profession was already like ready to go to the till. So obviously you sometimes would suggest something, but again, you before that hopefully have done a proper need assessment and understand what does your customer want, what is their desire, so you can make really like properly informed guesses about what they would like, rather than, you know, just assume things when they walk in, etc. And yeah, I'm talking here really like real life examples that happened, and it happened quite often. And I know we'll all be like, oh no, I'm not like that. We all have unconscious biases. All of us do have them. The problem with unconscious biases is though that they are unconscious. So the best thing to do is know that you're going to have unconscious biases, whatever, depending on looks or whatever it might be, right? And become aware of them, because then you will be able to handle them and do something about it to make it better, to be aware and, you know, to not act on these unconscious assumptions. Basically make the unconscious conscious.